Welcome to Brighter Shores Central for the latest Brighter Shores news on this upcoming MMORPG launching in Q3 this year, so not too far away, and hopefully we get to hear more and more information as we get closer to release. But today's news video is about what recently Paul Gower has said, who's working on the creative side of Brighter Shores. He said that today I've been mostly describing stuff. Virtually everything in Brighter Shores has these information cards. There are thousands of them, and they all have description text boxes. So as we can see here, this image below about all the different descriptive text boxes. So instead of, for example, in old school Runescape and some other games where you right click examine and it kind of comes up near the chat box as to what the item is, there is going to be a card system involved in the game whereby when you examine something or when you look at something, then it opens up a sort of card menu, if you like. There's going to be some sort of card element to it so that they can put a large amount more information in these. So let's go through this. So the four that are mentioned here is, first of all, the crashed cart, where it says, I hope they were insured. And, well, I don't know if you're able to insure things in Brighter Shores, but it sounds like they're going to have the comedic side to the cards, to the examine of the cards. It's going to have that funny element to some of the actual descriptions of the stuff. So you can see here that this has got the symbol as well as one of the actual magics that you can choose within the game. This one's the Guardian, the one that has like sort of a tree symbol. It looks like it's the Guardian symbol. Okay, so essentially, maybe certain cards are attributed to certain types of magic as well, so which is very interesting. The second one is called Wrinkled Starfish. Okay, and you can see the description there, but the main point here is it has a symbol in terms of the coins. So we've got 380 bronze coins there, and we also have two symbols below it in relation to some sort of leveling in the game. And also this has, again, the Hammermage symbol. So again, is this something to do with the Hammermage character? Can only the Hammermage actually collect this? Or is it more beneficial to Hammermage, this particular item? And then obviously you've got to trade these items back and forth, and this is part of the player economy, maybe. That'll be interesting to see. Then also we've got this other one which says Robin, and it protects Hopeport with sharpshooting. So of course this seems to have no symbols associated with it. Maybe this is some sort of NPC in the sense that there's no symbols associated with it, so you can't necessarily attack it. It doesn't seem like anyways. And again, this has got the Hammermage symbol. Very interesting. Now interestingly here we've got a moss monster. Okay, and that has a health bar and another symbol next to it as well as a range sort of bow type symbol as well. And again, a nature in terms of the Guardian type of spell that you can choose. So it shows that basically that, of course, the monsters are going to have hit points in the game, and you're going to have to destroy them by taking down the hit points. Pretty simple process, like most MMORPGs. And essentially, we can see that this card system is going to be able to add extra information about each item. Now, this could be very interesting because maybe there is some sort of spell within the characters where you're able to actually examine the items or the monsters before you go and attack them. We recently found out that actually that Andrew Gower is going to have a system where you can't run away from the mob straight away. You know, you're basically locked in combat, a little bit like RuneScape Classic, but you have to take a certain amount of tax before you actually are able to move away, and that's the system that they're going with. So actually, this card system could be important because actually, how do we actually know whether the things that we're running into are going to absolutely destroy us or not? We don't know that. So the idea that we could examine things before maybe we go and attack them will help us by making sure that we're not running into mobs that we do not want to be facing, and there is hopefully spells associated with that as well. That would make a lot of sense as well. So I think that's something to consider. Now, it's interesting to note that these card systems could potentially result in some sort of collection system as well, which I think could be interesting. So anybody who likes to collect things, basically there's going to be the opportunity, hopefully, to go around the world, particularly with the professions, and collect all the individual cards. Hopefully they have some kind of card book or something where you can collect them all. Much like, because this is a role-playing type of game, in terms of tabletop type game. So the idea of collecting these cards could be quite interesting for those that want to be completionists. They want to go in every single area of the map and explore every different location, mob, item, you name it. And everybody who wants to collect all the cards, they'll be able to do that. And hopefully there's obviously achievements for doing that as well. Now, I think this is a better system because basically it means that it's able to display to you more information. Now, if you right-click and examine something on RuneScape, of course, it only tells you a certain amount of information. Whereas because it's limited to the amount it can tell you. Whereas within this, having a card system, it allows you to update the most important bits of information about that object, okay, and go into a lot of detail about that object as well. So that gives us more intel into what these items are and what they could be useful for as you go through the world. And it also gives us a reason to actually explore, to examine all of these different items to see exactly what they are, maybe what magic type they're associated with, and what you can actually do with them as well. So I think this is interesting, and I think it's a good system to have. And I'm looking forward to Brighter Shores, and I think it's going to be a really good game. I wish that there was a few more updates coming out. Of course, I can only make so many videos based upon the updates that are coming out of the game in terms of the what they're showing off. So that's all I can do really. But when the game does come out, I will be doing guides. I'll be doing basically progression videos. I'll be doing update videos on the latest news updates as well. So if you're interested in Brighter Shores, this upcoming MMORPG inspired by the creator of RuneScape, then do subscribe. And don't forget to smash the like button on this video. And I'll speak to everybody in the next video.